Hello, gentlemen. Today, let's talk about pass protection and all the different ways that you can kind of control it now with the new features that they gave us in the pass protection menu. So I'm going to kind of explain the differences between all of them and what you have to kind of keep in mind if you're going to be using it. So let's just get right into it. I want to make this as quick as possible. To open your pass protection menu, hold LB or L1, and you're going to see this menu on the right. Now, you're also going to see visual feedback from your offensive line, these kind of orange stems. That is going to show you who they are targeting in pass protection. So this is actually really nice. This is a great feature because before you just had to guess. Like, you have a general idea who they're supposed to target, but you don't know for sure. Right here, this is giving you the exact logic, on the back end and showing it to you on the front end, which is perfect. As for the pass protection menu, we have some new options in here. We have empty, we have base, half slide to the left, and half slide to the right. Those are all new. If you come from Madden, those were not in there. We had sliding, but that was full sliding, not half sliding. And half slides are really what I want to focus on in this video because I think it has the most use case. But I am going to briefly talk about all of these. Okay, so let's start with empty. So I'm going to do left stick up, and notice how the stems change for the offensive line. So that left guard is now targeting that middle linebacker, and the left of screen edge defender has this kind of fire icon above him. Basically, what that's saying is if they have numbers on that side and that guy's blitzing, he's coming free. So they could be sending 5 at the quarterback and still getting 1 free over there simply because of how you decided to change your blocking. So I'm going to demonstrate that in a second to show you how that can be a really bad thing for you. But I first need to explain what empty pass protection does, or what it's kind of designed to do. Really, the point of it is to prevent any kind of fast path to your quarterback, typically up the interior. So if you notice, everybody's kind of blocking straight ahead of themselves, and that's really just to force the edge defender to be the one that comes free if they send everybody. Now, if that edge defender doesn't even come free, like if he doesn't even blitz, then it's a great thing for you because, well, then you have everybody picked up on the interior. So let's go ahead and show you how this can be a bad thing for you if you don't know what you're doing. So let's go ahead and leave this guy on a loop. Drop this guy into a zone, and let's blitz that edge defender. See if I can get him into a contain. There we go. So this is going to come free. So we are in empty pass protection. We're sending everybody out on a route, and watch what happens when we do this. Somebody is going to be coming free over here on this side because basically the defense has a numbers advantage now. And that's because you chose to use empty pass protection. Now let's talk about base. And I'm not 100% sure what base means. I think it's just your stock blocking. But the difference is when you do left stick down, that's going to add your running back to a block. So if you look at your running back now, he's not on a route anymore. So that's my best guess. Is base is basically just stock blocking, but then adding your running back into blocking. So I don't know if base is really going to be used too much because I'll go ahead and reset my play. Let's see what happens when we just block our running back. Okay, so it is different. It is definitely different. That guy's targeting the slot cornerback now, or the running back is targeting the slot cornerback instead of that linebacker. So this one actually might be better because you are now allowing that slot cornerback to be the one that is the free rusher. And really in this game, slot cornerback blitzes aren't going to be too common. So I would actually say, yeah, you might be better off using base instead of just blocking your running back. As for full slides, I would really say do not use full slides unless you are using some kind of labbed up pass protection against a specific blitz. Otherwise, just don't use it because it's really just bad. Like, it is way too much of an overcommit, especially if you're not going to have additional blockers. So if you, for instance, send your running back out on a route and you use full slide, somebody's coming free. Like, look at that edge defender. He has a fire icon above him, which means I already know this guy is coming free, and I'll just send this guy into coverage. So let's go ahead and look. Well, I guess he doesn't come in, but somebody still does. Typically, it's going to be him, the guy who has the icon above him. Go ahead and actually spread my D line and maybe get a better look at it here. But yeah, just do not use full slides unless you really know what you're doing with your pass protection. It's something that you know works against like a specific blitz or something. That's the only reason that you'd want to do that. Like right there, it ended up working out, but please just trust me. You're going to put yourself in a bad situation if you full slide and you don't know what you're doing. Now, before I talk about half slides, I do want to let you guys know that I post free tips on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, as well. So I'm going to post the link to it in the description as well as the comment section. Just click that. It'll take you to my profile. You can follow, and I'll do my best to make you a better college football player. Okay, as for half slides, this is going to be pretty useful. This is something that I think is quite good, actually. So let's go ahead and talk about half slide left and half slide right. What I want you to do is just pay attention to what the running back does. So right stick left, that's going to be half slide left. He is now targeting that linebacker. Now let's look at full slide left now and see the difference. So we're going to do full slide left with left stick to the left. Notice how the running back is now on the defensive end. Honestly, again, it doesn't really matter in video games because your running back can handle this defensive end. He's going to actually handle him pretty well. So that's not the reason why full slide is bad. It is in real life, but in a video game, it doesn't really matter much. For half slide, you're giving your running back a much better responsibility by giving him the linebacker. That's just a much more manageable situation. The tackle is now handling the defensive end. But one thing I want you to notice with half slides, which we're currently in, is look at your running back now. He's going to be in a delay blue. That is what is going to happen every time you use half slide. You're not stuck using this delay blue, but that is kind of what he's going to be in by default. So don't be confused if, for instance, you set up your play and then you do half slide to the left or something, and you snap the ball and you're like, what the hell, my running back didn't run on a route. Like, don't be confused, because when you use half slide, he's going to go to a delay blue. But to kind of sum it up, only half of your line is going to be sliding instead of your full line, and your running back is going to release into the flats if they don't blitz you. So it is nice to have that kind of additional feature where if they don't blitz you, you're going to have 5 receivers going out eventually. Like once he checks to see nobody's blitzing, he releases into the flats. Don't get me wrong, you can definitely still put him on a different route, but this is kind of like the safest way to play pass protection. There's no mismatches, and overall, it's just a very solid pass protection, and I definitely recommend incorporating this into your offense. Anyways, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and then go follow me on Twitter. I'll put the link in the description as well as the comment section. See you guys in the next one.